For the professional, closing is a natural byproduct of following up. You're going to follow up. You're going to ask some questions. Attempt to close. If you can, fine. If you can't, next exposure. You're going to go from exposure to exposure to exposure to exposure, condensing them as much as possible. Your goal is education and understanding, not getting someone. You need good posture in closing, which takes a little bit of work, and you need to ask good questions. You need to ask good questions. Got it? I know I went kind of quick. How the pros approach it. 1, they are emotionally detached when they're in the closing process. They're looking to help a person make a positive decision for themselves. 2, their goal is education and understanding. 3, they are extremely assumptive. They're genuinely shocked when a person doesn't want to join. They're like, what, really? They're just assuming. Their language is assuming. Most amateurs don't realize it, but they are apologizing the entire time. They're apologizing when they're inviting. They're apologizing when they're answering questions. They're apologizing when they're following up. They're apologizing when they're closing, and they're wondering why they're not getting results. They're apologizing all the time. Think about your language and your posture. They also know people are joining them. A lot of you are saying, hey, come check out my product. Some of you are saying, hey, come check out my opportunity. But you know what leaders kind of say? In addition to that, come join me. Come join us. Let's do it together. 1 + 1 adds up to 5. 1 + 1 adds up to 10. We can do some amazing things together. They know that the prospect needs some emotional security blanket, that you're committed. You can't just, they have to have some belief in you, like Mike said. They have to believe that that leader is going to be somebody that they can respect and that they can do business with. They don't have to be exactly the same as, but leaders know that people are joining them. And leaders are always prepared. When it comes to closing, you see somebody after a presentation, after a meeting, and they got a prospect who's interested, and they're like, where's my stuff? Do you have one of those brochures? Do you have a CD? Do you have an application? Do you have this? Do you have a product sample? I don't have. Amateurs do that. Professionals don't. They're just ready. They got their packets. They got their products. They are good to go. Amateurs say, hey, what did you think? I said that for years. I was confused why I wasn't getting good results. Asking, what did you think, invites the critic. What did you think? Well, it invites the objection. Professionals ask leading questions. Did it make sense? Pretty exciting, isn't it? What did you like best about what you just saw? That's my favorite. What did you like best about what you just saw? Some people like to say, what do you like more, the product or the opportunity? My favorite of all of these is what did you like best? You watched the DVD. Did you see the DVD? Yes. What did you like best? Did you listen to the CD? Yes. What did you like best? Did you listen to the conference call? Yes. What did you like best? Did you watch the webinar? Yes. What did you like best? Did you see the online video? Yes. What did you like best? They will tell you. And it's going to be generally positive. Follow-up question I like, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you don't have any interest, and 10 being you're ready to get going right this second, where are you? Where do you see yourself? And I wait for the answer. So if I go to Adriana, what did you like best about what you just saw? Give me an answer. Make something up. Seems like people are making money. So let me ask you a question. Scale of 1 to 10, 1, you have no interest at all in even pursuing this any farther. And 10, you're kind of excited about it. You maybe like to do something with this. Where do you see yourself? Yeah, where are you? 1 to 10. 6. Now, anything over a 1 is good. I'm serious. What does a 2 say? There's a chance, but you have to convince me. There's some work you got to do before I'm ready to pull the trigger here. I've got some serious doubts, but I'm not closing the door. 1 closes the door. So if they say a 2, you just say, well, what can I do to help you get to a 3 or a 4 or 5? Well, I need to know more about the product. I need to check this thing out. I need to see if it's for real. I got to do this. I got to do that. And then you just set up the next exposure to do that. If they say a 6, 7, 8, and they say it with a little bit of energy, I go right into a 4-question process that I've used for 20 years. This little 4-question close at the end of an exposure will get you more results than you can even believe. And it's learnable. All of you can learn it. Question number 1. Based upon what you've just seen, if you were to get started with this company on a part-time basis, let me ask you this question, Adriana. Based upon what you just saw, you said you're a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. If you were to get started, just hypothetically, on a part-time basis, about how much would you need to make per month in order to make it worth your time? About $3,000. I don't say, hey, would you like to make $10,000 a month? I don't say that. You'll be surprised at how low these numbers are when you ask people. If you were to get started part-time, well, how much would you need to make in order to make it worth your time? Well, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, whatever. Okay? Simple question. Questions in the book, too, so you'll be able to take a look at it any time. Number 2, Adriana, about how many hours a week could you commit to developing that kind of income?
Well, I work about 80 hours a week, so maybe 5 or 10.
5 or 10 hours a week to develop a $3,000 a month income? Okay, fair enough, because you work 80 hours a week, you say? Question number 3, how many months would you work those kind of hours in order to be able to get to your $3,000 a month? Have to happen pretty fast? Yeah? Do you mind asking me, letting me know how much you make with your 80 hours a week right now? About $80,000 a year. So you're making about $6,500 a month, working 80 hours a week, and you want to make $3,000 a month working 5 hours a week, and it has to happen pretty fast. I just want to be real with you. We might need to adjust some of those expectations or something, I'm just trying to understand where you're at. You know what I mean? I want to help. Okay? So how many months would you be willing to commit 5 to 10 hours a week to develop a $3,000 monthly income? 9 months. 9 months. Fantastic. So question number 4, if I could show you how to develop an income of $3,000 per month, working about 5 to 10 hours a week over the course of the next 9 months, would you be ready to get started? Sure. Now, how do you show them? You pull out your compensation plan. You give them a little game plan that shows them how to be able to get that kind of income, which every one of you should be able to do. Not hard. You got to get X number of people. You're going to get to this rank, get to that rank, make these different things happen. You work out a game plan. 5 to 10 hours a week is how many 15-minute blocks, 20 to 40 15-minute blocks that you could spend over the course of a week in order to be able to develop that type of income. You can put together a game plan, make that happen. All right, I'm excited for you, Adriana. This is going to be fun. Okay? Albert, based upon what you've just seen, if you were to get started with this thing on a part-time basis, about how much would you need to earn per month in order to make it worth your time? At least $500 a month. Fantastic. How many hours a week do you think you could commit to doing that, to developing that kind of income?
Probably about 5, 6 hours.
5, 6 hours a week. And how many months would you be willing to work that 5, 6 hours a week, building up that $500 a month income? Couple months? All right. So if I could show you how to develop that $500 a month over the next couple months, working 5, 6 hours a week, would you be ready to get started?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? I'm just giving him his answers back to him. I'm asking him what he would call success in this business. When I ask question number 1, how much would you need to earn per month in order for you to rearrange your life and to take on something new? The reason why, in order to make this worth your time, is such an important part of this question is because they got to go, okay, what would be worth my time? The distraction, what I got to do with family, what I got to do with my job, I got to put in some extra stuff. And they come up with a number in their brain that would justify it. And they go, click, click, click. Nope, that's not enough for the distraction. Click, click, click. Nope, that's not enough for the distraction. Click, click, click. Okay, that's the number that would be worth it. $3,000, $5,000, $6,000. Okay, fantastic. Then how many hours a week could you commit to developing that $6,000 a month? And they go, I can move this here, I can move this there, I can make this happen. Okay, I'd give it 10 hours a week. I'd give it 20 hours a week, whatever it is. How many months would you be willing to do that? Okay, I got to be reasonable here. I got to give it a little bit of a commitment. I can't expect instant results. I got to, all right, I'd give it a year. Give it a year. If I could show you how to get everything that you want, are you ready to go? Well, yeah, you're showing me how to get what I want. I'm ready to go. Now, they're either going to be ready to go or they're going to go, I got to talk to my spouse. I'm just not sure about the time. I just don't know about the money. It's the holidays. I got to pay for Christmas. I got to figure out how I'm going to do all this stuff. You say, listen, no pressure, no drama. Don't worry about it. What can I do to help you become a little bit more comfortable? And just move them to the next exposure. And after that next exposure, help them ask the questions again. Maybe the answers adjust a little bit. Then move them to the next exposure, ask them the questions again. Your job is to ask the questions and help them come up with a decision that they want, not one that you want. You want to make $50,000 a month? You want to make $20,000 a month? You want to change your life? You want to walk away from your job? Well, maybe they don't. You don't know. These 4 questions will liberate you and will liberate them. If their expectations are unrealistic, you got to just say they're unrealistic. You got to either change your income goal, your hours goal, or your month's goal, but I can't show you how to get to $10,000 a month working 1 hour a week over the course of the next 3 weeks. I can't do it. You can have your 10,000, but it might be more hours or more months to get there. Again, what would a consultant say if somebody was unrealistic? You're unrealistic. I can help you. I'm not saying that your vision isn't possible, but we have to adjust some things to be able to get there. So it's 4 things. How much money, how many hours, how many months, if I would you. Okay? If you replace that word with profession, the ripple effect in your organization will be so radical and so massive you won't even be able to measure it. Talking about our industry does one thing, but when you talk about our profession, the profession of network marketing, the career path of network marketing, this is a group of professionals, not just a group of people stuck in an industry. So the skills that I'm teaching you today are about career skills. They're about profession skills. The amateur just throws a bunch of stuff up against the wall, sees what happened. The professional says, I'm going to learn how to find people with unending ability. I'm going to learn how to invite them and teach them with a process that's simple and makes sense. Direct, indirect, super indirect, 8 steps. If I would you, I'm going to confirm it. I'm going to follow up, do what I said I was going to do. If I get questions and objections, I'm ready for them. I know exactly what to do. Question, story, story, question. I'm good to go. When it comes to closing, I'm going to ask 6 questions. Did it make sense? See what I'm saying?